What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for the love and support. I really appreciate it. Um, I took a few days away from creating content on my sports channel and on other platforms. I had some of you asking me about the tragedy in Kansas City. I had some of you asking me my thoughts about the Kansas City shooting, the parade tragedy. I was going to refrain from comments because I know this is a sensitive topic. It's touchy and it could be political. So I was gonna, stay away from this topic and not really say much about it. And I like to avoid talking politics. Gun violence, as we know, is a huge problem in our country. It's a epidemic in our country. It has become normal, commonplace. Gun violence is the leading cause of premature death. Guns kill more than 38,000 people and cause nearly 35,000 injuries each year. That is a staggering number. This alarming trend of young people exhibiting violence and senseless cowardly acts should serve as an urgent wake-up call for our politicians. It was the 49th time this year. That's insane. The 49th time of a mass shooting. This is only February. And already this year alone, we've had 49 of these. 19 different states. It's happening everywhere. Parades, malls, churches, anywhere there's a massive amount of innocent people. And gun violence has claimed the lives of so many. And it is so upsetting to sit here and have this conversation. Look at these statistics. We not only have a large scale mental health crisis, but guns. Guns are deeply ingrained in American society. This nonsense needs to end. I am so tired of this. I am fed up. Every time you turn on the news, you're hearing about someone getting shot. It is very disturbing. I don't trust any of these politicians to take action. I don't want to blame or call out a political party. I'm not here for that. But I don't know. I just don't know. Can we just make it harder for people to get a gun or have very stern background checks? I just want to feel safe. I just want to come home to my family. And I want my family to come home safely so I can tell them how much I love them, how much I care about them, how much they make my life complete. I don't want to get that phone call learning that one of my relatives or my family members, somebody close to me, got shot. I don't know. Can we just make it harder for people to get access to guns? Again, I'm not trying to get too political, but the other day, hearing that devastating news about the shooting that had happened in Kansas City, I was heartbroken, angry, disgusted. I vented my anger and grief on social media. I channeled all my feelings into rage because when I learned about these mass shootings that continue to adversely impact our children, this is traumatizing. This can traumatize a kid. This can have a negative effect on a kid for the rest of his life. And there were kids out there having a good time. This was supposed to be a fun day. That's what it was. It was a celebration. It was a moment for Kansas City fans to come together and celebrate a championship with the team. And then a day of joy turned into tragedy. A life should never be lost at an event like that, at a place like that. But that's the time we live in. We live in a time where we can't gather anymore without having to turn over our shoulders and look behind our backs just to feel safe in America. It is heartbreaking. It is sad. And I am mentally drained. I am tired of it. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Something needs to be done about this. Because let me tell you something. For a long time now, and I'm willing to um, share this with you guys, share my sentiments with you guys. But for a very long time, I haven't been comfortable going out in the public. I will say that. I have lived in a state of fear for a very, very long time. Now I still go out with my family. I still do fun things outside of the house, and I still visit places and things like that. But I get a high level of anxiety when I'm out there. I suffer from a great deal of anxiety because I'm worried that something traumatic or something dangerous can take place wherever I'm at, because we know this can happen anywhere. So the other day when I heard this on the news, it brought tears to my eyes. Yes, I broke down crying because I am upset. I am upset, and a lot of people can find fault. You know, you could say, well, it's bad parenting. You can say that it's because we don't have strict gun laws. You can say it's because we haven't really taken action. I mean, you could find fault in so many areas, right? But what is it going to take to finally put a stop to this? To finally say enough is enough. We have to do something to protect our children. Because let me tell you something. I feel terribly sorry for this generation. I feel sorry for this generation of kids today. Because when I was a kid, I don't remember having to worry about any of this. Growing up in the 90s, we didn't have lock blocks on school doors. You know, we didn't have to worry about walking through metal detectors at Disneyland or our theme parks or our places of joy. We didn't have to worry about any of that. You know, we didn't have to worry about the heavy presence of what they call them TA officers, checking our bags, taking things away from us, confiscating things from us that is no longer allowed with you when you travel in the air. You know, it's crazy times in America right now. It's crazy times. It's scary. It's scary out here now. It really is. And I know California just passed a bill for mental health. You know, we're trying to address mental health. But I think what it comes down to is keeping guns out of the hands of the people that don't need guns. Because let me tell you something. I think as an American citizen, you do have a right to bear firearms. I've never been the one to say, let's take away guns from people. Because it is your right to bear firearms. It is your right. All I've said is that we need stricter gun laws. We need stricter gun laws, and we need to do thorough background checks and be mindful of who we are giving these guns to, because everyone walking our streets don't need access to firearms. They don't. They're not mentally sound. They're not mentally stable. You know, some people don't need guns. And you got a lot of responsible people. Look, my dad was a gun owner. My dad believed in being a gun owner. He owned guns. He had a lot of them. When he passed away, my mom and we went to an auction to get rid of them. He had a lot of assault rifles. He had a lot of guns. But he was a responsible gun owner. You know? And my dad didn't mess around when it came to his guns. If he had to defend his family because he believed in that, he would. you know. But this man, I mean, this is just too much for me. This really is too much. And yes, people say why I take it personal. I take it personal, and why I take it personal is because I have a daughter now. Number one. Number two, I have a fiance. Number three, I have a mom, and I have a family. So the way I see it is that this can be my family in a public setting like that, and a shooting can happen, and someone can open fire, and they can be within the vicinity or in the vicinity or in the proximity and get gunned down by the gunman. So that's why I take it personal, because I know in reality it could be any of us. It could be any of us. We can be a victim of gun violence. So all I can say is just be vigilant, uh, uh, be mindful, and always be aware of your surroundings. Know what's around you. If you see something kind of sketchy, or is there something kind of like abnormal, yeah, then maybe you might want to walk the other way. Maybe you might want to get your family and say, you know what, something doesn't feel right about this. I don't think we should be here right now. I think we should find the nearest exit and just leave if it doesn't feel right. But it's scary out here now. And my thoughts and prayers are with the families who are affected by this. My condolences to people who lost loved ones. I know one person died, and I know she was a mother and a well-known DJ in the city, really, really popular. And on a day where, the Kansas City Chiefs was supposed to bring everybody together, on a day where this was gonna, bring a whole city together and everyone would unite as one, things turned deadly, It's just sad. I really can't put it into words. I really don't have anything more to say about it, but that is very disturbing and it's sad. I mean, I never understood how a person can be so sick in the mind and kill people they don't even know. And the more disturbing thing about this whole thing is that two of the suspects arrested are juveniles. And they say this was over a dispute. That's how this whole thing escalated. From what I hear, you never know nowadays. But regardless of how it all started, or who initiated it, or what took place, or what transpired, a life was still lost senselessly, and we've had too many of these incidents in this country this year alone, and something has to be done about this. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Really appreciate the love and support.